Okay, so this is what happens when I'm left to my own devices. I posted a question on Instagram earlier on in the week. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I'll leave a link below. And I asked whether I should turn a piece of ash this week or whether I should turn this lump of mystery wood that I think is actually laburnum. And by the time I got bored, in essence, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this. I'm going to turn it into a live edge bowl. It's about 8 inches long by 4.5 wide, so I should fit on quite nicely on my DML. So I'm going to mark the centre line here, and then we're going to cut a hole. Going to drill a hole down with a woodworm screw. Come and join me over on the drill press. Okay, so whilst I was cleaning the inside, giving it one last final pass, due to the wings flexing because they're quite thin, this piece popped out, most to my disgust, and it's still got a little bit of flex in there. So I think you'll agree it looks too special to just discard and put on the burn pile. I'm still going to use it as a practice piece, but I want to try to save it for you guys. So something I've not done before is I'm going to deepen this crack here, probably down to somewhere around this point. Stay tuned because that may very well change. And then I'm going to use bow ties, but I'm going to use nails to go across. Maybe a bit of overkill, not sure, but we can see what it does. So I'm going to, you'll see me now open this hole and then go over to the Dremel and router out these bits. Stop! Right. This project has caused me a bit of grief, to say the least. So first of all, thank you. You know who you are. You know the ones that decided, that helped me choose to turn the log into this. Not a great idea, but it was. So in a way, thank you. I've got a couple of notes from this because although I've done an arty video, it's not entirely accurate representation of the actual piece. There's lots of things wrong with this, and so if I'm making mistakes, I thought other people might make mistakes. So if other people are making mistakes, they want to know how to correct them. Well, this is how I'm going to correct them. So this is more of a record for me on how to correct mistakes that I've made. If you can take use from any of this, please take use. Okay, so mounting. First of all, what you're watching now should be a case of me chiseling out the hole to make it bigger to fit on the 4-jaw chuck. I didn't show that because I hadn't got a big enough forstner bit, but you get the point. With editing and with YouTube, things are not always as they seem. My original idea was just to make it as seamless and photogenic as possible, but then I realised that was not particularly accurate representation in my skill set, so I wanted to show you guys how to go about correcting that, and I just knocked it out with a chisel, drew a size big enough for my 4-jaw chuck to fit into, which is the SC3 from Record Power, and that's 50mm. So I traced around it, 50mm, chopped it out with the chisel, seated it on, which gives us a flat surface for the 4-jaw chuck to sit against, allowing better grip for the woodworm screw. You could also use a faceplate. Okay, right, finishing. On the video, you'll see hollowing out before I've done the outside. What I don't show you is the fact that I tried to use ebonising lacquer on the outside, didn't read the instructions, sorry Terry, and I laid too thick a coat and I thought it looked fake. So read instructions, Martin. So what I did then was took it off, and as I was taking it off, for those of you that have turned live edge bowls, these things flex because there's nothing inside to support them. So I was taking the off outside here and they're flexing, which meant then I had to re-sand it again. Ball ache, absolute ball ache. And then I don't know if this is going to pick it up, but the finish isn't great. There, just there, finish isn't great. And also I've got bloody fingerprints in the Danish oil. So yeah, finish the outside first. That's why people finish the outside first, because you've got support on the inside. So annoyed with myself. Okay, so The inside turned relatively well, apart from I went too thin, hence the reason for the crack. Now, happy accident, because I really like that. And it gave me some tool control with the Dremel, popping it out, amazing, lovely bit of practice. And I think I will be doing this embedded bow tie. It's not structural bow tie, it's just decorative, because bow ties are designed to stop crackings expanding. Because this is an artificial crack, it shouldn't go any further, and to be fair, I'm probably going to chuck this piece away at the end anyway. Yeah, I wanted just to sort of explain that. Wait for your finishes to dry. I'm really pleased with how the hollowing out at the bottom. That's probably the best hollowing out I've done with my scraper. Really pleased with that. Right, what else have we got on here? Okay, moisture. This, I thought it was dry. As I was turning it, it wasn't as dry as I'd like. Hence the reason for the excessive flexibility on the wings. Now, turning green wood's absolutely great. I've not done it properly yet, so that's going to be a future video. But if you want to stain, or you want to do something extra with your wood once you've turned it, wait for it to dry. Put it in a box with its own shavings, leave it on a shelf, let it dry. Then you can come back and do any arty embellishments that you want to do. Also, whilst waiting for it, try not to sand it whilst it's still wet, because I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but the inside of here looks like an ice rink after a busy day. It's crap. My finish on the inside of this is shocking. I'm almost embarrassed to show this to you guys, but I want to show this to you because somebody else may find benefit from it. This was sanded up to 400 grit, and I also used the Niweb pads from Chestnut products. I'll leave a link below. But I couldn't get them out because the wood is too wet, and every grey grit of sanding the paper that I was using was leaving gouges that were not coming out, and when you put a finish on them, it just accentuates them. So basically, whilst this was a fun project to do, it's taught me loads, and I've waffled on way too much, so apologies for that. If you didn't stay to the end of it, if you stayed to the end of the video, what's wrong with you? If you didn't, then obviously you're not listening to this, so whatever. But thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like and share, and stay safe. Happy turning. Thanks, guys.